All right, so insightful moment of the day. Um, the apology. All right. I think, there are so many times, maybe daily, people apologize. And I think, more importantly, I guess two things. One, this can work in our whole lives too. But as I work a lot with parents and families, and there's an important aspect of this too within our family system. So, apologies. It's really important to, one, truly hear the apology. All right. Sometimes when somebody's apologizing, the person receiving the apology starts kind of processing in their head how to respond. And I think usually there is a response that I'll give you in a minute. But it's really important to hear that apology. And in kind of the reflective listening technique, maybe it's really important to repeat that back, saying, hey, I hear you saying that. You're really sorry for saying such and such. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. That kind of response, thanking them for an apology, is really important. And saying it's really important. They're apologizing for a reason. Let them have that experience of being thanked for saying something, because a true apology can be scary to do. I'm going to give you a not true apology in a second, and that's something people typically do. But true apology is really difficult to do sometimes because you're so vulnerable, especially if it's a loved one. Sometimes it's harder to apologize to somebody you love. It sounds weird, but sometimes it is, because those are the people who mean the most to us in our lives. And being able to say I'm sorry is really important, but let them have that moment. Thank them for it. What not to do if somebody apologizes to you, and parents do this all the time. I used to do it. I tend to be on the edge of doing it, is saying, oh, that's okay, sweetheart. Please don't feel that way. You don't need to apologize for that. When we say that, we just discounted their apology, right? We took away that beautiful part. We say it doesn't matter. That's not what we mean typically, but can be what is communicated when we say that's okay. You just don't have to apologize for that, right? And that's when they say, but I'm really sorry. I want you to know I'm sorry, right? It's a lot different feeling when they apologize and you say, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. It really shows me you care. That's different. That feels good. That helps reinforce to people apologizing. So that's receiving an apology. Giving an apology. A lot of times people will apologize for something, but then justify why they did what they did. And it just simply takes away the apology. I'm sorry for yelling at you, but you were misbehaving, or you pissed me off, or you did this, or you did that. If you've heard one of my other thoughtful moment things, it's about the word but, a word I really don't like. And this is an example of it. When we apologize. Don't justify what we did. Typically, the person, if there's a true reason why we did what we did, they know, right? And we don't have to point that out. We can be sorry for what we did, right? And leave them out of it, in a sense, right? So saying, I'm really sorry for the way I reacted, is still kind of saying, like, I did it for a reason, right? So I might just say, hey, I'm really sorry for raising my voice earlier. I truly apologize for that. I shouldn't have done that, right? And they can thank you. right? Let them give the thanks. Sometimes after you go through apologies that are really genuine over time, if you're not saying like, but I did this, this is the reason, you might get back, especially from your kids, going, thanks, Dad. And I want to say, I apologize too. I shouldn't have behaved a certain way. Awesome, right? People can genuinely apologize, not give an excuse. And that's a true apology. So anyways, just, the quick 5-minute thoughtful moment. Thank you. I'll see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful day.